And then there's the Washington Post under fire this morning for a recent article suggesting that the Taliban incites less violence than President Trump. The headline reads this: today's Taliban uses sophisticated social media practices that rarely violate the rules. Kara, can you imagine that the Washington Post is writing this? The Taliban still has access to Twitter. We've been reporting this all week as well. The spokesperson for the Afghanistan Emirate Taliban has their Twitter page. They're good to go. Tweet anything you want, Taliban. But President Trump, no, he's banned.
That really speaks for itself. And this is extremely galling. The fact that the Taliban can, again, say whatever they want. And, they've proven cunning in a lot more ways than I think we initially thought. Having been there for, again, 20 years, we should have a good picture of our enemy. I guess we didn't. In a press conference last week, when the Taliban spokesperson was asked about freedom of expression, he said, why don't you ask Facebook? They know how to exploit a crisis. They know how to exploit divisions within America. They shouldn't have even been able to answer a question like that. And this normalization of the Taliban that's happening in the American press right now, that is extremely troubling to me. This is a brutal organization. They'll say what they need to say right now. They're not facing an existential crisis, as Biden said. They are brutal. They should not be there. Americans, at this point, Biden can salvage this debacle in a small way. He can get all Americans out, first and foremost, move heaven and earth to do that. He needs to pay attention to the reconstitution of transnational terrorism because, hey, they're coming back. We might not be interested in Islamic terrorism anymore. Doesn't make the news, but Islamic terrorism is interested in us. We need to think about that and posture accordingly. And then lastly, I think America, this is a government, this is an administration, they have lost its way. They need to refocus. They need to look at real threats. China, Russia, Iran, actual transnational terrorism. The military doesn't need to be talking about woke rage. They need to be reading less Kendi and reading more Liddell Hart and Sun Tzu. DHS, they need to stop going after Trump supporters and actually hunt real terrorists. We've lost its way. The Biden administration needs to refocus, and we need to start today.
Yeah, and it's only 7 months, Kara. What a 7 months it has been. And this administration should not lie and tell us COVID is a priority when they have wide open borders. COVID is not a priority in this country if you have wide open borders. Shut the border and stop allowing COVID to come into the country if you are truly calling COVID a priority. Kara, Frederick, thanks very much for weighing in. All very important points in, frankly, a very disturbing time.